Hey everyone, it's Jenna, and I'm going live dyeing some love letters, and I thought I'd take you live with me today. So you can probably hear our spinner going on over there. And let's get started. We already have water and dye in the pans. I'm sorry, water and the acid in the pans. No dye yet. That's what we're doing next, is the dye. And my fingers do not want to go into the holes. Now, when I'm dyeing, I am wearing junky clothes, so you'll notice my ensemble. Also, no reason for hair and makeup because it's just going to get messed up anyways. And then I've planned out my little chart of which pans are going into which. So, I'm going to be putting on my handy dandy respirator, and I will be right back. The spin dryer will be done in a minute. And yes, no flaming me, I'm not wearing a full respirator. Okay, so first color up. Get all that going here. Never put I gotta cover that colorway. Never put a wet spoon into your dye, or else your dye will get bumpy. Okay, next color. Give it a good wiping. But if you're just joining us, I'm so happy to have you here with us today. Go. And what we're doing today is 2 halves and half of the, hold on. Yep, that was right. Of the love letters. And you'll get to see that in a second, how I'm doing that. Every time, give the spoon a good wiping. Make a note, I need to order more of this dye color because y'all have loved love letters so much that I'm almost out of dye from it. Let's see, where's the other one? There's that one gets 2 colors because it's a beautiful mixture. And then the final pan. Yes, I know a lot of people weigh their dye. I have found I prefer to do my colors by measurement. That's how I do mine. Okay. So let's mix. That is going to require more color. I forgot that one was a 2 depth of strength, which means it requires twice as much dye. As soon as though I looked at it, I realized it. Alright, well, I'm done with the liquid powders now, so I'm going to wash my hands. I'm sorry, I'm done with the powders. Liquid powder would be repetitive. All right. Grab a new clean towel. Alright. Get the whisk. Where'd the whisk go? I swear the last one who had been in here dyeing was Tyler, and I never know where he puts anything. It's like you can keep your own dye studio however you want to, but don't mess with mine. I have things, I have places that I like. Don't we all do that? Don't we all have things the way we want them, like in our kitchens and everything? So, I can't find my whisk. I don't know where they went, but that's fine. All right, un momento, I have to get the yarn. Alrighty. So let's see. We are doing, here's my order sheet. I need another stir. There we go. All right, so we have one order of So DK, one order of merino silk, 2 orders of merino sock, and 4 orders of merino DK. So first let's go get the So DK, and that's 1 order. And you'll see how I separate them. These are 2 zip ties. Actually, we're going to start with the merino DK, which are 4, which is 1 zip tie. So we have 1 order of sew DK. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're doing a halvesy-halvesy. Give it a good re-wetting. But what we're doing is we have let's see. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we have sew DK there. Okay, merino silk, we have 1 order, and that one has 4 zip ties on it. Giving you guys all my secrets today. See? 4 zip ties. And yes, I did not do a crew soak last night. So everybody's going in this morning after getting a good shower. Okay. Now let's see. It was merino silk. Go with the rest. Two orders. Okay. There we go. Oop, right, 2 orders. 2 orders because it's separated, so that is 2 orders. Two orders and 2 orders. Final one. So everybody who's been waiting on your love letters to arrive, your final batch of love letters, the first 6 colors I did yesterday, they're in the spin dryer. These are the final 4 colors, and they're being done today. Okay. Then we're going to switch to different gloves. And 1 order. 1 order. one order and one order. Now, you're probably wondering, so Jen, exactly how do we get the half and half color? Good question. Let me get my tongs so I don't want to get my hands on everything. And I'm actually going to switch to my longer gloves now. Because if there's one thing I've discovered is that from short latex gloves, your hands are still going to get dyed. It does not matter. So, we basically have a pink and a blue hand. But as you can see, the more that they soak in, we'll get my hands a lot smoother. I do this towel too when I'm cooking, like cooking actual foods too. I use, well, I don't cook it out here, but you know what I mean. So a half and half. See, 2 pans, and then what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna gently, and I'm starting this off in a cold pot. You know, there's so many new dyers out there nowadays. Southern Skeins, we've been dyeing for well over 10 years. I started this as a hobby because I loved doing oil paintings. And when I started knitting and crocheting and buying I just fell in love with the wonderful hand-dyed yarns that are out there. And I thought, you know what? Let me learn to do this myself. And I did. There we go. And the longer it's in there, the more color it'll take up. Like right here, we can already see, well, you'll see even better on another pan. We just kind of pull it down. Here we go. And because of the middle being wet, it just naturally wicks. So here you'll see a little bit better. This pink is a very light pink right now, but you can see how it's pink and blue. And then we just pull down, and then we go to this one, and we pull down. And then we're just going to keep doing that to make sure that there's no gaps. Now this one is 100 gram skein, so this one I'm going to be cutting into minis. Sometimes I do these just on the regular, is that blood? I love doing in Facebook Live. Sometimes you get these strangest people making comments. There we go. So down here, don't worry, my mod will go ahead and delete all the weird comments, if there are any, from like bots. See? And we just keep doing this, a little bit more on the pink side, a little bit more on the blue side. Pink and blue. What do red and blue make? Red and blue make purple. So there might be a little bit of a mix of a purple in the middle. Unless you like leave it so that way there's a little bit of a gap of white. Like I said, sometimes I dye it in the full pan. And the bottom and the top. And sometimes I do it this way. Because honestly, I have more control over it like this. Okay. Hands. Basically, these are all reds or pinks and blues, so as long as I keep my hands straight and give them a good drying between, I'm good. Okay, so here we are. Okay, here's our big 100 grammer. And see, here's our white in the middle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give this a little bit more pink. And then we're going to get a little bit more purple. And then we're going to check our balance. Yep, we got just about halfway. And spread it out. Like I said, sometimes I'll do them like full long ways in the pan. But since I had so many of these to dye today, so many different split colors, I decided I wanted to do it this way. And yes, it's in cold water with acid. And they did go in dry. Well, not dry. They did not soak overnight. They soaked, I soaked them and then I gave them a quick rinse in the sink real quick. See, this is how we get the color splits. Again, keep your hand in the right pot. But I'm going to let this sit cold for about an hour. This is what we have so far on this one. Again, this is the 100 grams that I'll be cutting into minis. Check, yep, our split's good. Let's get this purple in a little bit more. This one needs more purple. So the purple will go there. And then this one's split needs a touch more on the pink side. It's all hand dyed, so it's not, you know, precisely 50-50, but I get it as close as I can to 50-50. So I'm just going to go a little bit more on the pink side. And the nice thing is it'll kind of whisk up since it's wool. It kind of whisks itself right up to the middle, so there's really no white at the end of it. So we're going to go ahead and pop all that in the pink. Pop that into the pink. Here you can really see nice color saturations. And the longer it dyes, the more it'll be. This I'm going to spread out a bit more. It'll help get it all the way through. But we'll just keep coming out here while it's cold and massaging it in. It's another reason that a lot of times I like to do it this way, is because that way I end up with, it's a good way to do a whole bunch and to do it so that it's nice and good and even and getting it really in there without getting tangled. Because the more you massage yarn in the pot, the more chance you have of getting tangled. And we don't want tangles in our yarn, do we? Not really, because before I send it out to you, I've got to untangle it. And I know I don't want to sit there and untangle it. So, yeah, this is going to sit for about an hour. Really is amazing. When I first started dyeing yarn, there weren't a whole bunch of indie dyers out there. There are a lot of the ones that are there now, but there were the big, you know, the big guys who have stayed around. It was still a new sort of thing. And I guess with COVID coming out, that's what kind of happened, is people decided they could dye, and you really can. I mean, here I am giving away all my secrets. I just haven't told you guys my colors that I used. And then we flip it and we make sure that we've got good coverage. You know, I mean, hand-dyed yarn is never going to be 100% solid like commercial yarn is, but it's pretty good. And now that I've got an AC unit in here and everything like that, I'm a happy camper in the summer. I've got my fans up there. There we go. Give this one a flip. There are some bases that just naturally take better. Like there's a silk in here. Silk requires a little bit more time, a little bit more care. Oh, that's gonna be pretty with the fade there. The way that one kind of faded. All right, we gotta go back to this one because it's still needing its middle done. So we take it all the way in to the pink. And then we take it back all the way into the blue. And now we're gonna let it whisk. Whisk, wish. Whisk up it? No. You know what I'm trying to say. I got tongue tied right now. Flip. Open it up. This is a very pale pink, this one. I would tell you the color name, but then that would be giving you away my secrets, and I don't want to do that. Give this one a flip. It's almost noon, so Dave's going to be coming out soon for lunch. So when he does that, we'll just do our setting. And just let it sit for a while. So this has been 27 minutes so far that I've been recording. Honestly, I prefer going live to recording videos because then I've got to upload them. And when I record on my iPhone, uploading for some reason takes forever. Okay, give this one a flip so we can get even coverage. Go. Dry off my hands because they are getting to be really wet, but throw my towel back over my shoulder. So here we go. A lot of dyers like to use those big cookers. Tyler has one of those big cookers in his home dye studio. I don't like them personally. For one thing, if they break, then you just took down your entire dye studio. The other reason is they can take a lot to heat up. My pans, I make a pan of yarn in an hour and a half. But those big ones that everybody's buying lately, you know, they're $3,000. I mean, we do have them. We do have them at Tyler's for huge batches. When we're doing club, when we're doing advents, things like that. But, let's see. But we don't do the, when I'm doing something small like this, I prefer not to use it because it can take all day. Once you've got the water heated up, then you've pretty much got to run it, and it takes a few hours to heat up because it's such a big cabinet. And if you're only doing a little bit of yarn, it doesn't make sense. It would not make sense time-wise or energy-wise for me to do this in the big cooker. Besides, I wouldn't get this level of control if I did. So if you're one of the ones who is waiting on your love letters, you are watching me dye it right now. Dyeing the last 4 colors, because like I said, I dyed the 6 yesterday. That side's already pretty good. I dyed colors 1 through 6. Now I'm just dyeing the stripes. Okay, let's get this just want to flip. Now see, Tyler would tell me make sure there was no purple in the middle, but I don't mind purple in the middle. So if you guys get one that meets in the middle like that with a touch of purple, you're gonna know that was me, because I don't mind that. But leave me a comment below regarding yarn. It's dye, it's yarn dye. It is yarn dye. Give little massages to it. Everybody likes a massage, including your yarn. Then after that, they go for their spa day. See, now this is the silk. See, it takes more color. It's still really pale in the middle. So it's gonna go a little bit more in the purple for now, or the blue for now. And then it'll come back and go a little bit more into the red. And see, we just keep adjusting it. So everybody gets their time in each of the colors. And one of the reasons I'm doing this cold is because hot plus acid will make your dye strike quicker, which is great if you want it to strike quicker. But this is a labor-intensive process that I'm doing, and I don't want it striking quickly, because then I would end up with, oh, it's pretty, thank you. I would end up with a big white gap in the middle, because it would strike and all the dye would be gone before I could actually go in and get the middles done. But since this is a lighter pink, it takes a lot more. It's just a paler pink. It's just the way it is. So, but this is Love Letters. Tyler came up with this colorway, and it is beautiful. I love it. Dave, you want to come out and be on camera? We are live on YouTube. I hear him in the kitchen. Nah, he might not want to come out and be live, so I just dotted my hands real quick. Gotta get the pink good and in. This is just another very light. One pink is more of like a powder pink, one more has a little bit of a mauve-y color to it. So they're both light pinks. And then you've got your red and your darker pink. And there's the darker colors still have way more dye to absorb. Spread these out a bit. I've probably kept you guys long enough. I'm checking now for making sure the white is good and covered. We are live on YouTube.
What are we live in?
We are doing the last 10 color, the last 4 colors of Love Letters, and we're doing a half and half.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Dave. Hi, everyone. Dave says hi, everyone.
This is pretty much my only function here.
Yeah,
Take up space.
pretty much. And comic relief.
Let's.
Comic relief is a big
More,
part of it. I'm giving away all my secrets today, Dave. The only thing I basically haven't told anybody is the colors I'm using.
I'm not sure it's really more comic or relief. It's a relief when it's over, I suppose.
Oh, come on. I think you guys are enjoying me today, right? I try to be funny.
So colorful.
Yeah. And we're doing, I think Dave was the one who actually invented this technique for me, didn't you?
Yeah, there's not much really inspiration in the invention of this technique. It's like, how do you dye 2 halves of a skein at the same time? Oh, I know.
Well, we could put low immersion and put dye in the bottom.
Yeah, that wouldn't have occurred to me.
Well, we've done it before.
Because to me, I mean, I would like, if you put two dyes in the pan at the same time, they're gonna run over each other. But
That
apparently
is
that's not
very,
always true.
that is, well, not if one absorbs first. See, yeah, that's why I like doing it this way. Because honestly, you just never know.
Nope.
How are we looking coverage-wise? Let me dry my hands again.
It's just a little light in the
Go
transition
grab
here.
some and help me out. He's gonna help. We're gonna let Master Skein Twister Dave die.
Put on my Dexter's lab.
Yeah. When I die, I told everybody when I die I wear grungy clothes because I'm normally, especially when I'm moving from the dye pots to the washer, to the spinner, I'm usually getting wet and soaked. So I'm usually changing a couple times a day. But I've got a whole bunch of yarn in the spinner. You could always move that to the drying area if you want. So now you might be able to see part of the drying area from the video, but he's doing that for me. And this is a light pink, so it's going to look light pink. It's a very light pink. But that's the formula Tyler created for it, so that's the formula we use. But it is a very light pink. And we just keep checking, make sure everybody looks good and dyed and nobody's... This pot's clearing quickly just because it is a lighter color, but we're gonna let them all soak and sit until we have clear. Because you scale your recipe depending on how much yarn you're dyeing. And I have enough yarn and enough in here for the 10 orders. So, because I scale it all basically for batches of 5 orders.
It's all math, baby.
It's all math, and that's what Master Skein Twister Dave and my Excel spreadsheet is for. I majored in political science and business and communications. I did not get my bachelor's in math. Though I do have a project management professional certificate, certified by the PMI, Project Management Institute. So is Dave, because we're project managers by trade. He still is one. I only do it with my business. But I know a lot of you have been asking me for business tips on how to get started and how to do all these sorts of things. So I'm trying to incorporate a lot more of that into my videos. And you'll be seeing a lot more how to get started running a business and doing that. Like I said, I've been doing this for 10 years. I started when Tyler was 15, and I started to see the price of hand-dyed yarn. And oh my gosh, I walked into my local yarn shop and it was $42 for a skein of sock yarn. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding. That's highway robbery. I'm sorry, do not flame me. Please do not flame me. Just my personal opinion. But if you look right now, you can already see the dye is already lighting quite a bit. Now, I will probably still have dye on my hands. But you can see I'm wearing my nice long gloves. But you can see the difference in the pinks here too. There we go. You can see the difference between like this pink and that pink. Like I said, this is all cold right now. So right now we have no heat. So technically we can't take the dye, we can't take this out and spin it and process it yet. It's gotta be heat set. So once I get a good coating and it's been sitting here for a while and I'm happy, then I'll heat set it. But do you guys enjoy this? I know people usually enjoy it when they get to see me dyeing the yarn. What was that? Oh, a truck going down the road. So this is all the fun and exciting that it is. Dave's over there hanging the first 6 colors, which I can't take you off of the pod, the thing there, because you'll see the rest of the studio, and we don't want you to do that. We want you to be watching me dye yarn. And now let's check the silk one, because silk is always one that needs extra. give our centers another little good pull. So that our colors nicely meet up. Wick, that was the word I was thinking of earlier. Wick, not whisk. They will wick up because it's wet. So the color will just wick itself up. There we go. We're going to give everybody a good spreading out. There we go. All right, so basically I'm going to let it sit now till the color is almost clear. Come out a few more times, double check, make sure everybody looks good. And then I'm going to put on the lids, turn on the heat, fire it up. In an hour and a half or so, we'll have dyed yarn. And then it'll be, get its spa day of its soak. And then it'll get spun, hung, and dried, and twisted, and labeled, and shipped to you. Thanks so much, everybody. I am going to take off my gloves now so I can touch my phone. Because if you don't have the gloves, you can't do. Oh, you like my St. Patty's Day? We're going out tonight for St. Patty's Day, so I did St. Patty's Day colored nails. Bye for now, everyone.